Ben Research is the largest local company. And then some of their spin-offs also, Greenridge Consulting, Gear Pharmaceuticals, and Validation Resources. These are all in the pharma sphere. And then we have a nutraceutical company and Sisters Metabolic Maintenance. We have Sutera, which is bioag. They're another large company here, and they make pheromones to stop insects from mating. Really neat stuff. We've had a pattern in Central Oregon for a number of years where a company gets large enough, suddenly they don't have all the resources here. They find that they're getting employees from elsewhere, and the cost of bringing them in is more important or more expensive. They find that they're sending their trainees out further. And we've had several companies in this sector leave. And since this has happened, since the consortium has been pulled together, since we've had this training come in, this hasn't happened for 2 years. So I think as far as retention, absolutely. You have a real need for training here that's not provided locally. We've got a few actually folks here that do great training locally. But some of the stuff is very specific. Numerical process controls for biotechnology machines. And fortunately, we were able to find an excellent source in Oregon, in Portland. But we've had people fly out from Washington, from California. Rather than having a lot of companies here send onesies and twosies and then try to cross the pass in the winter when it's dangerous and stay there, we've been able to bring in the professionals here and serve a large, not a large, but a substantial group of people from 8 different companies. You know, what's happened within the consortia is, well, here's a company that is restructuring in a fashion where this employee isn't needed. Boom, that employee was able to land a job in another local company within a week because people get to know each other, and that job just happened, that company just happened to have a vacancy this person needed. So I've seen that numerous times. Bend High School was starting a biotech program. They got in touch with me. They're looking for this equipment, and it's very expensive equipment. Well, I happened to get in touch with Bend Research because I've realized they've got some equipment that they're not using. There was a donation that happened for, I think, a very large amount of money for machinery. Now Bend High School is training high school students that will be competent out in the workforce and have jobs ready for them. A couple months later, what happens is Summit High School. Same thing, gets in touch with me. We need this type of machinery. This would really help our kids to be educated. Again, we had a donation made, and it's I wouldn't call that like an instant success story for a company, but the company knows, Bend Research knows well enough, well, if we invest into our high school students, guess what? We're going to have graduates that already have a step up. I've seen a lot of investments in education that do not come out to the return that I've seen in workforce training.